Oh, Kalen, BGSI has just released their first update, and it's an Easter event, although I'll let you know immediately, okay? Throughout this Noob to Pro series, our goal, yes, is to 100% complete the game. However, one of my exceptions is I'm not going to be trying to complete any limited time events, although I will check them out because you know, I can get some pretty nice upgrades for pets and more potions and stuff. I guess it makes the most sense to do the egg hunt first, and I've already done this on my main account already, so it shouldn't take me too long to do all of them again. So for the first egg, it is just going to be the basic egg, which all we have to do is go back to the spawn island, the very start. So there's a couple of places where I know this can spawn. It can spawn right next to this doorway, next to the hatching area. It can spawn right next to the tree, which it has for me. And the other area that I know it can spawn in is right next to this bush, in between like this rock and bush right there. Those are the only 3 locations I know, but I found it already, so we can move on to the next egg. The next egg I think is called the tree egg. If I'm right, this should be in the spawn area as well. All we have to do is look around for trees. And yep, this can actually move around a few areas as well, so it won't always be here. Oh no, can I get up the tree, please? So yeah, this one can also move around. There are a few locations, and I think it doesn't only just spawn on the spawn island or the starter area. It might spawn on like some other islands if they have trees as well, but I got it immediately, so yeah. This one's a little bit annoying, but it's also pretty easy if you get one of the trees that you can see from spawn immediately. I want to say this is the Bouncy egg. Again, it is easy, so yeah, it's going to be pretty simple. Just go to the starter trampoline and jump on it 5 times. That is it. So, 1, 2, oh no, I have to turn off. How do I bubble gravity? Turn bubble gravity off so that way you don't go flying super high when you do this. Makes it a little bit faster, I guess. And, okay, well, that didn't help at all. My bubble gravity went all the way back to 100%. Is that glitched? Because I know they just updated it and it's now a slider, not just one button. But anyway, there's the 5 bouncers. Next up is the cracked egg, which for this one, we'll need to go to the best island in the game, the Zen Island. And all we have to do is just jump off the side. And then from here, we'll want to try and hit the bottom island, the very starting area, without getting interrupted. We just want to do this all in one go, without hitting any other clouds or any other islands. Also, I think for this one, I've tried it a couple of times already. You probably want to have at least a few bubbles just so you can get some height on your jump, because otherwise it doesn't really seem to work. So let's try it this time. Hopefully we don't fall through the floor, and hopefully I don't fall out of bounds. And yep, there we are. Okay, I fell through the floor, but this time it works. So yeah, I think to get on consistently, you need a pretty good bubblage in your inventory. Next up is the sticker egg, which again is on the Zen Island, the best island in the game, and we'll want to go over to the alien shop. This one's actually really simple. Honestly, this was probably one of the first eggs that got found when this update dropped, to be honest, but yeah, it's just right here. You just click it and you get the sticker egg. Slow and steady, I'm pretty sure this is the race egg, although, as you can see right behind me, I just missed it, so I guess I'll come back to that one, and we can go ahead and complete the other eggs in the meantime. This is the bubble egg, which I already know how to get this one. We need to sell all of our coins. We basically need to try and get to 777 bubbles specifically, exactly, and then sell low. So what we need to do is unequip my entire team, go to the shop and put on the chocolates flavor. This will let us get to 715 bubbles exactly right there. And we can move on to the watermelon. I'll just have to buy it low once. And then the pizza flavor, blow that once, and then we can go ahead and sell to get the bubble egg. Next up is going to be the nerd egg, which we'll need to go to the floating island, which is pretty simple. It's the first island that you actually unlock. And if we go behind the chest on the wall, we'll see a word search. Basically, we just need to complete it. So doggy is here, dogcat is here, secrets is right here, gum is here, bubble is here, and Overlord is upside down along there. And yep, there's a nerd egg. And the last hard egg is going to be the disco egg. For this one, we'll need to go to Twilight, and we'll basically just want to talk to the alien right next to the sell option. This will give us a minigame that we got to play, and all we got to do is basically do like Dance Dance Revolution, basically, and get a score of over 40. Okay, we got a score over 40, so we can just let this run now and wait for it to end. I'm glad that whenever you miss a point, you don't get a point reduced, but that is gonna be the disco egg. So now all I have to do is wait for the race to start so I can get the last egg I need. And that should be the race completed, so I get the race egg now. And now that I have every egg, we can go ahead and claim my reward, which will be the Easter Fluffle, although I'm pretty sure it's glitched right now because I'm pretty sure that's just the doggy. Is it not? Let me just quickly equip this, unequip everything else, and yeah, I'm guessing the pet hasn't loaded in because if I look at the image, that should be 3 bunnies. That does not look like 3 bunnies, so yeah, interesting. Other than that, we did get some potions, which is pretty good. And then also, other than that, we got the Easter Competitor Progress title, which is pretty good. And then let's take a look at the stats and compare them to the legendary pets that we actually have so far, which are only the Electra, and yeah, that is a big significant upgrade. And our Electras are max level with Team Up 5. Our Easter Fluffle doesn't even have anything on. This is just a base level 1. It is already better. So, safe to say we got a pretty good upgrade. And then if we compare it to the Holy Shock, it looks like if I max level it, it is just going to be my best pet that I have access to right now. So Power Orb on the Easter, and then we go back to it. Yeah, that is just straight up now my new best pet. So let me go ahead and give this Team Up 5, and then we can continue. Oh yeah, I forgot about this update to the enchantment. So now whenever you get like a max level enchant, it'll give you a warning saying, hey, you're about to reroll something really good. So now you can't accidentally reroll past Team Up 5. So now we can actually just spam, and there's Team Up 5 immediately. I am so glad because we would have actually skipped straight over it because I didn't think we would get it that fast. So now let's go ahead and equip Best, and oh damn, that is a pretty nice upgrade. Okay, I like. And also, we now actually have some more levels for the Bus Mastery. Unfortunately, we didn't get any more for the pets or the shops, but we did get some more at least for the bus. So this actually goes up to level 20 now. And yeah, the gem cap has been increased. It's no longer 10 million, it's now 100 million. But oh boy, these levels are gonna get very expensive. So I would like to start unlocking these right now, but this is actually gonna be a really grindy process. So we might want to go ahead and get some better pets with better gem multipliers first. So I think it's about time we check out the Easter pet eggs. So we have the pastel egg here for 1 million coins, which yeah, that's a really rare pet. And then we also have the bunny egg, and yeah, that's an even rarer pet. Although, because this egg is more expensive than the rainbow egg, I'm assuming these pets have better stats, so we might as well grind this for a little bit and hopefully get a couple of these legendaries. And honestly, whatever this epic pet is, it's probably way better than what I currently have on my team anyway, so it should just be a straight up upgrade for every pet on my team. So let's go ahead and turn on some boosts and start hatching this. Although, actually wait, can I find these event eggs on clouds, or like their own mini islands, I should say? Okay, it took me a few server resets to finally find an island with the bunny egg, and unfortunately, we only get a 5 times lucky bonus, but honestly, that's better than nothing. So let's go ahead and put some potions on, which I'm probably going to want a couple of lucky evolved, speed evolved, mythic evolved, and then I'll put on an infinity elixir just because I can, and we can open this up for an hour. So yeah, I will gladly take this. Although I only have 8 minutes to hatch this specific egg. So let's see if I get lucky enough to actually get one or maybe more of the legendaries. There's a decent chance though we don't get anything. And in 5 seconds, the island is going to disappear. And just to not waste the boost that I've already got enabled, I'm just going to go ahead and teleport back to the main Easter event area and just continue hatching the normal egg. Yeah, there could be another island, but I just really don't want to waste any of my boosts because these are really rare boosts and I'm probably not going to get a lot of them. And my boosts or my bust from potions have run out, although as you can see, I did get lucky enough to get at least one of the best legendaries from the bunny egg. I'm actually surprised I didn't get the middle legendary pet, so I'm assuming I probably only got one of these then. Oh, it turns out as well for this update, they added in an events tab for the index, so we can actually see how many pets we have from this event so far, and in total we have 5 out of 12 discovered. And they also have a shiny tab, which we've discovered 4 of so far, which is pretty good. The rewards are pretty insane as well, infinity elixirs and a chocolate bunny legendary, which stats-wise look pretty good. And for the shiny version we get 5 infinity elixirs and a mythic chocolate bunny. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, now let's quickly take a look at their stats. So first up one is going to be the bunny dog, which, yeah, stats-wise it isn't very good, but it has got a gem multiplier as a common pet that honestly isn't too bad. Next up one is the unique, which is the egg bunny. Its stats are better, and it has a better gem multiplier, but still, nothing crazy. Is probably not going to go on my team. Here's the weird part though. The angel bunny is the epic from the egg that we just opened, and its bubble multiplier is better than the egg bunny. Its coin multiplier is the exact same, and it has no gem multiplier. Although this is rarer than the egg bunny. I think that's a mistake. It's probably broken. Also, we did actually hatch some of the shiny versions of these common pets, so we got the shiny bunny dog. Stats looking not too bad, I ain't gonna complain about that. The shiny egg bunny, also looking pretty good, and actually not too far off of the electrics, like what, like half of the stats wise almost. And then the angel bunny shiny, which yeah, is also glitched, I'm assuming, because those are really bad compared to the unique egg bunny. Where's the gem multiplier, man? Anyway, enough of the common pets, let's move on to the legendaries. So, starting off with the seraphic bunny. Seraphic? I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, I'm not gonna lie. But bubbles is 500, coins is 550, and gems are 8, so pretty good multipliers. And compared to the Electra, yeah, that is just a straight on upgrade. And not only did we get 7 normal ones, I hatched 2 shiny ones? Yeah, that's pretty good. And then for the best pet that we got, the Cardinal bunny, which has 1400 bubbles, 2000 coins, and 28 gems. Yeah, that is just straight up absolutely insane. And that is a level 1, which makes that even crazier. So I think it's about time we upgrade the team. If we actually quickly take a look at like the Holy Shock and the Easter Fluffle that we just got, honestly, these pets might be getting replaced as well. Let's take a quick look. Okay, no. It looks like the Easter Fluffle might be better than the Seraphic bunny, but this is also max level, so it's not really fair to compare that yet. Although now that they're level 25, it is fair to compare their stats. So the level 25 Cardinal bunny has 1900 bubbles, 2700 coins, and 37 gems. Absolutely insane. The Easter Fluffle compared to the Seraphic bunny Len is actually still better, and these are shiny Seraphic bunnies. So if I wanted to get a Nulla pet better than the Easter Fluffle, I probably would want the best legendary from the Pastel Egg, and maybe the tier 2 legendary from the Bunny Egg, I'm assuming. How did I get the rarest one and not the second rarest one? That is a little bit confusing, and this is 1 in a million, so I got really lucky. Anyway, now that I've got my new best team, let's go ahead and give them the team up 5 enchantments. Okay, that took quite a while of grinding, but now every pet that I have equipped has the enchantment team up 5. So, next up, I think it's time we start grinding some coins. The Pastel Egg and the Bunny Egg are really expensive, and if I want to complete their normal index and their shiny index, we're gonna need a hella lot of coins. Also, while I'm grinding coins, I can grind for gems, and also work on the mastery at the exact same time, because yeah, these 5 levels are super expensive. Okay then, level 16 will give us access to use 2 keys at once when we are unlocking the Rift Chest, although, if I quickly go to my inventory and show you the amount of keys I have so far, which clicking on the items UI, my gosh, I struggled. Yeah, they got a decent amount, although I've already said this before, I think in episode 1, I'm not gonna start using these keys until I have enough to potentially get a shiny version of the pets from the chest. If the chest has a pet, I'm pretty sure the golden key chest has a pet, right? I'm pretty sure. Okay, I double checked the wiki. Yes, I can get the Abyssal Dragon from the golden chest, and it seems like that's the only pet I can get from the golden chest. Although, the odds to get it are like 1 in 4,000, so we're gonna need a lot. And I mean a lot of golden keys. Anyway, back to the levels. For unlocking level 17, we get efficient orbs. So whenever we are enchanting, there's a 10% chance we'll save a reroll orb when we use them. Although that's not very useful because, to be honest, I'm probably not going to use my reroll orbs for enchanting. I should probably save them all for right now, the Gem Genie, because I think it costs 20 to reroll any quest. So for example, if all 3 of these quests make us hatch like 15 or 2,000 eggs, it would probably be in my best interest just to reroll them. And we'll also unlock rift notifications, so we'll get a chat notification when a rare rift spawns. So I'm guessing this is like the mini islands where they spawn golden chests, maybe royal chests, and maybe the aura eggs. With one of those spawned in, I'm guessing it's going to give me a notification. That seems pretty good because, to be honest, it is kind of a pain to constantly look for them, so this honestly is a pretty good upgrade. For level 18, we unlock special enchantments, although they're only available for tier 3 legendaries and secret pets, so basically the rarer pets in the game. Really quickly then, let's talk about these special enchantments because they're really good, but they are really rare. I think the odds to actually get them is like 1 in 1200, so yeah, it might take a while before you even see one of them. First up, we have Magnetism. If a pet has this equipped, it will increase your pickup radius by 10%. Next up is going to be Infinity. If a pet has this equipped, it will decrease the cost of Infinity Eggs by 5%. And the last one is High Roller, and if a pet has this equipped, it will increase your luck by 10% for when you're hatching eggs. Although, those last 2 enchantments, on the wiki at least, say that they only work for the first 250,000 eggs that you hatch after getting these enchantments. So I'm guessing once you get the enchantment and you've opened up 250,000 eggs, either the enchantment just wears off, so your pet will still have it, it's just that you don't get the special effect from it anymore, so you have to go and trade it out, or the pet just loses the enchantment immediately. I'm not entirely too sure how that function works, but either way, those are some pretty powerful enchantments. Okay, it took us a while, but now I can afford to unlock level 19, which will give us auto roll. So whenever we're trying to go for enchantments, it'll just auto roll until we get a level 5 or special enchantment, and then it'll stop. Finally, for level 20, we get auto enchant, which will let us auto reroll until we get a specific enchantment that we can actually pick ourselves, which yeah, basically just means it's an upgraded version of auto roll. But also we get multi-keys too, so now when we're opening up chests, we can use 3 keys at once. But with that, we have now completed the mastery and caught back up, so I think it's time to return to the Easter events, and now I think it's time we start working on the index. Probably makes the most sense to start off with the bunny egg since I'm only missing 1 pet from it, and then we'll go to the pastel egg. We'll work on getting the normal version of the index done, and then I'll worry about the shiny index later. Because in a couple of days we're meant to be getting like the part 2 Easter event update, so I'm going to try and work on the normal index until that update comes out, then I'll probably work on that part 2, and then return for the shiny index. That's probably the plan. Okay then, so as you can see, we've made some pretty good progress. We're only missing 1 pet now for the normal index, although we have now reached over 100,000 eggs hatched, so if I go to my quest and go to eggs, scroll down a little bit, I can now hatch an extra egg, so yeah, we should go ahead and claim that just to speed this process up a little bit. Also, there are some other rewards and goodies I can get. Evil Shock, that's completely fine. I don't think it's a very good pet. It might just be good enough though to go on my team. I guess we'll see. And then we can also claim our bubble ones. I mean, hey, I'll gladly take as many potions as I can get. It's actually really hard to get potions because I don't really have that many gems to buy more of them, and I'm also not using mystery boxes because I want to save up a bunch of them to try and get the pet from it. Let me actually use one though. Is there like any stat in the game that tells me how many mystery boxes I've opened in total? If I go back to that really quick, doesn't look like it. And if I turn debug back on, you can't click on this like you could in pet catchers, so yeah. I don't think I'm going to worry about like opening these mystery boxes. If like add a stat in the future where it tells you like exactly how many you've opened, then I'll start opening them whenever, just so I can get more potions, more gems and whatever, but if they don't, or until they do add that stat, I'm probably just going to save them because I feel like it would be best to use them all for one specific video trying to get that pet from them. So yeah, I guess in the meantime, all my gems are going to go into the black market just so I can get more potions. Same for the alien shop, I will gladly take everything whenever it does get back in stock, although for my daily rerolls, I should probably use them for the black market, because I'm pretty sure they're guaranteed to give me potions. I don't think I've seen anything else in the black market other than potions, and there's like no items. And then also we can like go ahead and upgrade our potions overall, so we've still got like quite a lot of uses for gems, so we're gonna have to like keep stocking up on gems every now and then, just to make sure I don't go dry. But yeah, anyway, let's get back to the grind. I need that one last pet for the normal index. Okay, it might have taken me a couple of days, but we have finally completed the pastel egg, so now we have done the pastel egg and the bunny egg. Although, unfortunately, our index isn't completed because, as you can tell by this throwback egg and this new UI on the screen, the Easter event part 2 update was released. So yeah, I actually got the rainbow marshmallow pet after the update came out, and right as I was going to bed, I decided, okay, probably a good idea to make some progress on the throwback egg just so I'm not wasting time, so I decided to leave it running overnight, although as you can tell, we definitely made some progress because we got every pet from the throwback egg, so 2 days for the rainbow marshmallow and like 7 hours for the holy egg. Not entirely too sure how that works, but hey, I am not complaining. Which actually means I have done the index now, so I can go ahead and claim my chocolate bunny. And like I said, because this update came out before I got the rainbow marshmallow, I'm pretty sure I couldn't actually claim this index reward until I got all of the new pets that were introduced, which was a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. We've done it now. Really quickly, Len, let's go over the stats for the best pets that you can get from these eggs, Len. So, starting off with the rainbow marshmallow pets, which took me the longest to get, but is actually the weakest pets out of the bunch. But it has 1700 bubbles, 2300 coins, and 27 gems. Next up is the chocolate bunny, which you got for completing the index, which has 2000 bubbles, 2600 coins, and 33 gems. The Cardinal bunny comes from the bunny egg, it has 1900 bubbles, 2700 coins, and 37 gems. And it seems like our best pet from the Easter event so far is gonna be the holy egg, which has 1900 bubbles, almost 3000 coins, and 37 gems. So here is what my new best team looks like. Also, if you're curious how I got the Abyssal Dragon, you have to wait until the next video. It's just a teaser. Basically, I started work on the next video's intro before I'm finished with the Easter video, just so once I am done with this one, I can hop immediately into that video without any downtime. And for our total stats, we have a 60,000 coin multiplier, a 738 gem multiplier, and for our bubbles, we can blow 44,000 now. Next up, Len, let's take a look at the bubble pass and get to grinding, because if we actually take a look really fast, I don't have that many days left to grind the bubble pass. So, on the left side, you get some challenges, which you can already see. We've kind of already done the first two, play for 15 minutes, which, yes, I'm clearly going to do that while I'm AFKing eggs overnight and hatch 1500 eggs. Yeah, I'm also going to do that. So we're actually really close to completing our third challenge. So if I just hop off really fast and blow a couple more bubbles, any second it should be done. It says 100%. Is it done now? Now it is. So now with those ones completed, we get 3 brand new ones that we gotta start and working towards. Okay, we're just about done with these challenges, we just need to blow a few more bubbles now. And yeah, we gotta do that all again, although I'm pretty sure the amount of eggs I need to hatch has gone up, so oh no. Okay, and we're almost done with our challenges again, and once again, we just have to blow some more bubbles, so any second? Is it done yet? It is! Okay, we have some different challenges this time, but I think you get the gist of it. Basically, we gotta complete challenges to get bubbles for our dog, which will then progress us through the bubble pass. And yeah, we gotta get to 20,000 bubbles for this dog, and so far we're sitting at under 4,000, so this is gonna take a while. Oh yeah, there's also one more thing that they added with the Easter event part 2, and that is actually this sell rift. So you can see here for 8 minutes, I can sell my bubbles for 250 coins each. And yeah, it actually tells you in the chat, so it'll say bring us your gums earthling, and all you gotta do is find it. So I am definitely gonna be abusing this while I can, especially if I have challenges that require me to blow bubbles. This is just so good. I just figured out the hard way. Coin potion multipliers don't stack with this sell option, unfortunately. If I actually quickly step off and just blow once, and step back on, that's 11 million. If I didn't have the potion, 44,000 bubbles would still give me 11 million. So yeah, unfortunately, you can't stack coin multipliers on top of the sell button, which is really unfortunate. But also, that would be insane if it did. Okay, it might have taken quite a few hours, but if I scroll up, you can see that we have finally completed our first Easter pass. So let's go ahead and claim all of them. And now we can choose to reset the pass for 2 million gems. And every time that I do this, that gem price is going to increase and increase. Actually, it might double. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure if it doubles, but it definitely goes up each time. So for completing the Easter pass once, we get some lucky potions, we get some golden boxes, we get some mythic potions, more golden boxes, lucky evolved potion, golden boxes again, speed evolved potion, some more speed 5 potions, even more speed 5 potions, mythic evolved potion, and finally the best potion in the game, the infinity elixir. So yeah, we definitely want to complete this a few times because these are so good and they are so rare. So yeah, basically for the rest of the Easter event, I'll be grinding the Easter pass while I'm awake, and while I'm asleep, we might as well hatch some more eggs and potentially try to unlock the shiny index, which I'm not sure if it's going to be possible on a free-to-play account. I feel like I need to grind a lot more, which actually, speaking about that, we haven't made a high roller team yet. It might be worth looking into making one really fast if we can. But in order to get the high roll enchantment, I either need secret pets, which, yeah, I have 0, or tier 3 legendary pets. So out of all of the Easter eggs, which is the easiest tier 3 legendary pet to get? Because I should grind that egg in order to get a full team of tier 3 legendary pets, and then I can give high roller to all of them, and I can just use them specifically for high roller and just hatching eggs as a team. So for the pastel egg, unfortunately only the rainbow marshmallow pet is tier 3 in this egg, and yeah, 1 in 125,000 rarity. That's a little bit too rare. It's going to take way too long to get a full team of those. Next up line is the bunny egg. Okay, the ethereal bunny and the cardinal bunny are tier 3. Okay, so the ethereal is 1 in 100,000. That is so far, currently, the easiest pet to get. And then the throwback egg, which we have... Okay, dual corn and holy egg are tier 3. Okay, and the dual corn is 1 in 50,000 to get. So we are definitely grinding the throwback egg in order to get a full team of dual corn legendaries. Okay, it took me quite a while, but we finally have an entire team of dual corns, and because they're tier 3 legendary pets, we can put the enchantment high roller on them, which I've already gone ahead and done the process of getting high roller on all of them, because it was actually quite a long process, so might as well just jump ahead and just get it over with. And I'm pretty sure they've actually changed high roller since the first time I looked at it. I'm pretty sure it used to be only 250,000 eggs, and I'm pretty sure the odds used to be the exact same as Infinity, which was 1 in 1200 just about, but as you can tell, it's been changed, so the egg has been buffed to 500,000, but to balance it a little bit, the odds to get it have been nerfed, so now it's like more like 1600, and yeah, re-rolling 1600 times with 20,000 gems per re-roll is like 32 million gems, so safe to say I spent an absolute butt ton just to get all of these enchantments. And I also get a little bit impatient sometimes, so I did use quite a lot of rerolls. I think we used like 1500 rerolls, but it's fine, because most of the time I'm probably not really going to use rerolls until I start unlocking shiny teams. But we do have a problem. As you can tell behind me, there's no Easter portal anymore, and that's because the Easter event has ended, so I don't even get to use the high roller team for the event eggs. Which, yeah, is unfortunate, but at the same time it's really funny the fact that I spent so long grinding this team and I can't even use it on the thing that I grinded it for. So, it is what it is. I'm honestly not gonna lie, Lo. I thought the Easter event would be around for at least 2 weeks. I think it was only here for just slightly longer than 1 week. So, yeah, there was no chance we're gonna get the shiny pets. And that kind of goes for probably most free-to-play players. I guess the developers want people to trade to unlock the shinies. I'm not entirely too sure what the thought process was behind that, Lo. But like I've said multiple times, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because this series' main goal is to 100% complete the base version of the game. Like, don't get me wrong, it would have been really cool if I could have completed the Easter event's shiny index 100%, but it's pretty unrealistic as a free-to-play player, especially because the event only lasted a week. Even if the event lasted 2 weeks, I don't think I would have gotten all of the shiny legendary pets. Some of these are like 1 in 500,000, 1 in a million before boosts are applied, so yeah, the odds get really ridiculous. And actually, let's take it a step further. Even if we did complete the shiny index, then what? I still gotta get the secret pets and the shiny secret pets from the eggs. I think you kinda get the picture. It's basically impossible for a free-to-play player to complete a limited time event and get the pets all on their own, unless they trade for them. But that's completely fine. Like I said, we're not trying to complete the events, although I will definitely participate in them, because we can get some really good upgrades for the account. I mean, hey, my new team now is absolutely insane compared to my first team, and you also get quite a lot of items, so overall, it's still a win for the account. And for the events, the main goal is just to complete the normal version of the index, which we did. It's just that I thought we had more time, so I thought, hey, I might as well try and go for the shiny index, and if we don't get it, I get more really good pets anyway, so again, it's another win-win whether I get the shiny index or not. I'm not done just yet, Lo, for this video. Yes, they removed the Easter event, but they did add a couple of new things to the game, and it's definitely not worth doing a separate video going over them, because they're only going to be here for a couple of days. So, the Bubble Up Pass is still here. I've completed this quite a few times now, so we've got on quite a lot of golden boxes, which I'll open up in a second, and we've also got our hands on quite a few Infinity Elixirs, which I'm not going to lie, because of how rare these are, not entirely too sure when I should use them. Maybe when a Rift spawns in with a 25 times multiplier. That's kind of the only thing I can imagine myself using them on, otherwise I feel like I would be wasting them. Next up, let's go over the new feature, Competitive, which, by the way, it is a seasonal thing, so that means it's a limited time thing, which means I don't have to 100% complete it, but I will definitely be taking advantage of it to redeem all of the rewards and free loot that I can. This is probably tied to the Season 1 Bubble Pass as well, because they both end in 3 days, so I'm assuming once the Season 1 ends, Season 2 will start with it basically resetting everyone. But the functionality is pretty simple. You put together a team of people. I'm probably just going to solo this. I'm not going to join anyone else's group, and I'm not going to invite anyone to this group. Because this account is locked, I'm not allowed to trade with anyone. I think it also makes sense to make it so I can't join another team. But basically, you can make a team and invite people to join your team, or you can join other people's teams. Then you have some tasks that you can complete, like blowing bubbles, hatching eggs, getting certain pets, which, by the way, getting mythical pets sounds rough, oh boy. And you also get rewards that you can actually choose from. So we've actually completed quite a few of the tasks, but you can see that there is a massive Series 1 egg that we can get. So kinda similar, I guess, to the Season 1 Bubble Pass eggs, but now we have Series 1 competitive eggs as well. And also, if your team manages to place in the top 500, 200, or 50, you can get some extra benefits like golden boxes, royal keys, which is awesome, infinity elixirs, which, dang, that's quite a lot, and you also get some unique pets, it seems. And for me, because this doesn't really matter, and because I've locked the account to not being able to trade anyway, I think it makes sense to say I'm not going to invite anyone to join my team, and I'm not going to join another team. I'm just going to try and solo it. It doesn't really matter. I'm not really that interested in any of these rewards because, like I said, this isn't one of the goals for the account. On the other hand though, free loot, I'm taking it. So let's actually quickly go through this. So I'm always going to be taking Lucky. I will probably take mystery boxes. Like, yeah, power orbs are cool, but I have quite a lot of them. I really don't need as many as I do now. I'll take Speed Evolved. Coin, I already have a lot of them. It's really easy to get coins. I almost have max anyway. And then the last one, we can get Series 1 eggs or Lucky Evolved. I really should take Lucky Evolved, but I'm gonna go Series 1 eggs because I might as well get a couple. Although, again, because these eggs are limited time, I'm not gonna complete these either, but it would be cool to try and, like, have an attempt at some, I guess. But yeah, we still got quite a bit to go until we can complete this. Like, pass? I don't know what you really call this. It's basically like another pass. So now we have Season 1 Bubble Pass, which, by the way, I just need to complete a couple more challenges and I get a Crescent Empress, which is going to be awesome. We now have the Competitive Pass, and we also have the Bubble Pass. How many more passes do we need, man? Other than that, we're actually going to be getting a 100 million event egg soon, and I mean really soon. The game has to get to 100 million visits, and yeah, we're so close. Any minute now, this update is going to drop, and it's going to be pretty crazy. Although, because it's just one egg, and like a small feature, which is competitive, and it's only here for a few days, it doesn't really make sense to make an entire separate new video on these, so we might as well try and grind these at the end of this video. So yeah, for the rest of the video, we're going to be grinding the 100 million event egg to try and complete the normal index. If there's enough time, we can try and go for the shiny one, but again, it's a limited time event, so it doesn't really matter. But we'll also be grinding the Bubble Up Pass still, and now the Competitive Pass as well, just because I can get a lot more loot. And there's no point in making a separate entire new video grinding these, because the passes are going to end in a couple of days, and this event egg is just one egg, so it feels weird to make an entire separate new video just for one egg, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, I completely forgot, but they actually still have the throwback egg in the game. They've just moved it, although it is only here for another 3 days. Although, that's kind of weird. It was introduced kind of like it was meant to be part of the Easter event, although I guess technically not. But all of the pets from the egg are listed under the Easter index, so it's a little confusing, I'm not gonna lie. Either way, there's no point really grinding this unless I want more holy eggs, which yes, are good pets. I don't even have that one, so I can't even compare the stats. Eventually, I'll come back for you, okay? But it's not really worth grinding this, because like, yeah, I could get more holy eggs, but I can't go for the shiny index anymore because the Cardinal bunny, for example, that egg just doesn't exist anymore. So instead, I'm just gonna give up on this egg, and I'll just grind the 100 million event egg whenever that releases. Any second, it's so close! Oh, and the 100 million egg is here then, so for the next few days, we're gonna be doing non-stop grinding once again. Also, those pets are pretty rare, so hopefully their stat multipliers are pretty good. Okay, I'm an idiot. I completely forgot that this game does update logs. I must have just skipped over this when I first joined after this update came out, but there's also another couple of things that I kind of forgot about. The first one is the rare rift. There's a new one, which is the silliest of rift, which I'm assuming this is going to be the silly egg. Probably similar to the aura egg, and they actually gave us more info about these rifts. They're limited time events, so they're not going to be permanent additions to the game. So that means I don't have to grind them, which I'm not going to lie, I wasn't really looking that forward to grinding the aura egg, and now the new silly egg, because, yeah, these rifts are super rare, and then also you can get secret pets from the egg. Oh boy, that sounds really, really painful. And they also introduced a new Void Gum, which, yeah, 95 billion for 10 million storage. Yeah, I'll be taking that, because let's be honest, if I'm not standing on the sell button all the time while blowing bubbles, it maybe takes like a minute, maybe not even a minute, just to get to 1.5 million bubbles, so this is a good update, I like this. Anyway, back to grinding now. Okay, it took a while and a lot of potions, but we have finally completed the normal index for the 100 million visits egg. So let's go ahead and claim my reward, which is going to be infinite elixir, which is pretty good. Okay then, really quickly, let's go over their stats. So the Diamond Serpent is the most common legendary, and it only has 600 bubbles, 625 coins, and 12 gems. Probably not going to be using this one. I have got a lot of them low, so I can make a lot of shinies. I don't know if the shinies are going to be good enough low to go my team either. And on top of that, they're only tier 1 legendary, so I can't even give them the high roller enchantments. Next up is the Diamond Hexarium, which has 1250 bubbles, 1600 coins, and 23 gems. Honestly, it's a pretty strong pet. I'm not entirely too sure if I can put any of them on my team. I could probably put a few of them on my team. Or because they're tier 3, I could make an entire high roller team with them if I wanted to, but because I got 21 of them, I think I'm going to make 2 shiners and put lows on my team. They will definitely be strong enough to go on my team. Actually, they might be one of my best pets if I make them shiner. And lastly, the King Pufferfish, 1475 bubbles, 2300 coins, and 32 gems. Yeah, this is probably one of my better pets and it isn't even leveled up yet, so let's go ahead and level these pets up and see what their level 25 stats look like. Okay then, I've grabbed the best version of these pets that I could, and I've also max leveled them, so now let's go over their stats again. For the Diamond Serpent one, we actually got quite a few different versions. We have a lot of normal ones, a lot of shiny ones, and we also got a few mythical versions, which stats-wise, mythicals are better than shinies, although technically, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't shiny pets technically better because you can have 2 enchantments, whereas mythicals can only have 1 enchantment unless you make a shiny mythical. But anyway, for the mythical version then, for the level 25 version, we have 1260 bubbles, 1312 coins, and 25 gems. I mean, definitely not bad, although not like super great either. For the shiny level 25 Diamond Texarium, we have 2313 bubbles, almost 3000 coins, and 42 gems. Yeah, that is pretty insane. I think that is like definitely one of the best pets I currently have. Okay then, and for the King Pufferfish, which we made level 25, and we actually did get lucky enough to get 2 of them, but trying to get a shiny version is probably asking for too much and it's probably going to be miserable. The odds to get this pet are 1 in 800,000, so yeah, I think that's kind of out of the question. Especially if this egg is only going to last 1 week. I'm running out of potions. I don't think it's physically impossible for me to get a shiny version. Before the stats at level 25, we have almost 2000 bubbles, 3100 coins, and 43 gems, so some stats are a little bit better than the shiny Diamond Texarium, but some other stats are slightly worse, so that's a pretty good trade. I mean, I can definitely like make a couple of different teams I guess now, so if I want specifically a coin multiplier team, heck yeah, we're going for a King Pufferfish. If we're going for a bubble team, I can go Diamond Texarium route, right? So yeah, like I said, for the shiny index, we've actually done pretty good. We're only missing the shiny Pufferfish, which, yeah, we technically could try and push for it, but the odds and the chances for us to get it are very slim, especially because this is a free-to-play account. And yeah, the reward is 5 Infinity Elixirs, but I feel like that isn't really worth the hassle to grind and spend all of my potions, because if I go to my inventory, you can see I don't have that many potions left. So honestly, I think I'm going to sit this one out. We've completed the normal index for the 100 million eggs, so I will gladly take it and walk away and move on to the next project. Which, for this video, is going to be the competitive Season 1. We've only got like 1.5 days until this ends, so we might as well continuously grind it. And as you can see, we've actually completed the normal level up system. I don't know what we'd call it. So let's go ahead and claim our reward. So Lucky Evolved is always going to be nice. Series 1 eggs. I mean, I'm realistically not going to get any of the legendaries, so I think I should take the keys, to be honest. Mystery boxes are cool, but Lucky Evolved is better. Golden boxes... yeah, golden boxes can give me more potions, and that's... I'm like, desperately in need for them. Mystery boxes or royal keys. I think royal keys are better, but I haven't really used any of them yet on this account. And then lastly... I mean, that's a pretty clear choice. We're taking Infinity Elixir every time. And for the Series 1 eggs, yeah, we didn't really get that many from, like, leveling this up, but at the very end, every time, like, we get 500 stars, we get 25 Series 1 eggs. And as you can tell, I have a lot of stars because I've been non-stop just opening up and hatching eggs. So yeah, I think if I go to my inventory, we probably have, like, 1600, that is a pretty good amount. So yeah, the very last thing we're going to be doing in this video is grinding for the next 1.5 days until the competitive season ends. Just so we can get more Series 1 eggs, because hey, if we do get any of the legendary pets, I'm not going to be complaining. So I think what I'm just going to do is just blow bubbles. Yeah, I know it's fast to like do egg hatches, especially if you have a lot of reroll orbs. Just like specifically go for like easy ones like epics. That's a pretty easy one and you get a lot of stars, but I'm going to work on bubbles so I can try and work towards the 100 billion bubble quests. Okay, and the competitive season has ended now. As you can see, there's no active season, and also the bubble up pass has ended as well. So let's go ahead and open up all of our goodies. I think we beat the bubble up pass like 3, 4, or 5 times, so we've got 65 golden boxes. Yeah, it's not a lot, but we can get some pretty good potions and quite a lot of them if I get lucky, and yeah. I got quite a lot of Series 1 eggs, so we've actually got a pretty good chance to get a few of these legendary pets. So I think first off, let's start off with the golden boxes. It's going to be a lot quicker just to get through them. I don't think luck affects the eggs, but I also don't think they affect the golden boxes, so I'm just going to open them. Actually, yeah, it does say in the inventory right here, not affected by luck, so we don't need to put any luck potions on. But as you can see, I'm getting so many potions, which is actually a good thing because I was running dry, like really, really dry. And because the next video, we're finally going to start working on the index and the shiny index for World 1, I'm going to need a lot of these potions, maybe even more so. Every single gem that I'm basically getting from this point is going to go towards the black markets. And hey, we actually got a Midas pet. I'm really surprised about that because we have opened basically almost nothing. Like, I don't even know how I even got lucky enough to get that. I will gladly take it, but... Okay, I got a second one. What about a third one? I mean, I'll take 2. I'm definitely not complaining. I didn't even think I would get 1. I just wanted the potions and the keys. But yeah, like I was saying, all of our gems are going to go to buying more potions, more keys, and I think we can buy mystery boxes from the alien shop, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so the golden boxes gave us some pretty good potions. Next up, let's go open up the Series 1 eggs, and then we'll check the pets that we got from these items. Oh yeah, same thing for the eggs. We can't use potions to boost our luck. However, it looks like recently they added in an auto hatch button, which is going to make this a lot easier. So hopefully we get maybe 1 or 2 of the 1 in 10,000 legendary pets. That'll be pretty cool. I doubt I'm gonna get like the 1 in 100 pet, but you never know. We might potentially get lucky enough. We'll see. I'm gonna probably skip through a lot of this because this is clearly gonna be a lot slower than the golden boxes. Well, that took us a good like maybe hour and a half. So yeah, that took a while, but here is our last 2. Probably not going to get anything from them. And also, yeah, one of those said golem, but it looks like a dog, and that's because the model is broken. So let's quickly go over the pets that we just got then. For the Series 1 egg pets, we got the competitor doggy, which, yeah, those are really, really bad stats. Even the shiny, yeah, I'm definitely not going to be using those, okay? Then next up, we have the golden golem, which stats are decent for like a starter pet, although no gem multiplier unfortunately, and then there is the shiny version of it as well. But we did get a few legendary parasites. Unfortunately, though, we didn't get any of the rarer legendaries, we just got the easy legendary. And also, I had 6,000 eggs, although we only got 5 of the 1 in 1,000 pets, which is a little unlucky, but I can't really complain too much, I guess. And I mean, stats-wise, it looks pretty good, but I don't think it's like gonna be good enough to go on my current team. But at the same time, these pets are all like max level, so it's not really fair to compare them. Let me actually switch to a different team, so then we can actually compare them without team up 5 at the very least. Okay, I checked the wiki, and the weakest pet that is on my team currently is the chocolate bunny. And yeah, the parasite is just not as good as the chocolate bunny, unless I make a shiny version, but I'm out of Series 1 eggs, and the competitive season has ended, so I can't get any more to make a shiny parasite. So yeah, I'm also not going to be using that. But those weren't the only pets that we got, because we also got 2 Midases, which is really, really cool. The issue is that, yeah, they are very, very, very slightly worse than the chocolate bunny, so I'm also not gonna be using these either. So, damn, that kinda sucks. Anyway, let's go collect my prizes. These have been sitting for a while, so we've actually blown more than 20 billion bubbles. I'm actually sitting at 33 billion bubbles right now, so yeah, we're like 1/3 of the way to 100 billion, so more storage, I'll actually take that, especially when I was opening those Series 1 eggs. There's no auto-delete for them, so yeah, I had to constantly keep deleting the pets I hatch. It was a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. And then for the egg hatches, we actually get a pet, which is the Rainbow Blitz. I'm gonna say that's probably not a very good pet, but we can check it out. We get some more storage and some Mythic Evolved Potions, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably not gonna worry about Mythics for a while, because there's also like Mythics which are rare, and then also Shiny Mythics which are even rarer. This is gonna like take a long time to complete, so I'm not gonna worry about this so much or too much for right now. Maybe like another day, like far into the future. Anyway, let's go take a look at this Rainbow Blitz really fast, because this might be decent. No. Is that worse than the Midas? That is worse than the Midas, which means it is also not going to be going on my team. But it's cool to have it, at least. So that means this is currently the best team that I can make. Also, it turns out one of my King Pufferfishes didn't have any enchantments, so all of that grinding I did for the past couple of days, yeah, wasn't with a fully maxed out team. Which, yeah, I don't think really matters too much. I might have got maybe a couple more 100 Series 1 eggs, although I'm probably not going to get another legendary with those 100, so I don't think it really hurt anything. For our stats line, we can now blow almost 52,000 bubbles, we have 72,000 coins, and we also have almost a 1,000 gem multiplier, so honestly, not a bad team. I mean, it's obviously not like the greatest team, but compared to the team that we had when we started this video, it is a very solid upgrade. So with all of that out of the way now, I think this is a pretty good place to leave off the video. I know shortly after this video is released, we're going to be getting the World 2 update. However, the next video we're going to be working on is the World 1 Index. I want to try and complete the normal index and hopefully the Shiny Index as well before we move on to World 2. However, if World 2 has some pretty good upgrades, I'll probably check it out to get the upgrades and then I'll go back to the index.